Welcome to Miss McIntosh's Music. Today we are going to be doing a music experiment. We are going to be creating an instrument with a couple simple items. First item we're going to look for is a toilet paper tube. Now I know that toilet paper seems to be in high demand, so if you don't have any toilet paper at home, you could also use a paper towel tube, and then you'll just cut it to make it fit the same size. So toilet paper tube, you also need some wax paper. This paper, it needs to be wax paper. Cling wrap will not work for this instrument. And lastly, an elastic band. So three things: wax paper, toilet paper tube, elastic band. And we are going to be making homemade kazoos. Your parents can thank me later. So first things first, if you have a paper towel roll and you want to make it toilet paper roll shape, you could probably get about 3 toilet paper rolls in a paper towel roll. So if you don't have the toilet paper roll to measure, this should give you a little bit of a guideline. So you find your spot, take some scissors, cut it straight across, okay? And there you go. Next, I want you to spend a little bit a little bit more time than what I've spent here, and decorate your toilet paper / paper towel tube, because the decoration needs to be done before you actually make the kazoo. So you cut it, awesome. You decorated it, great. Now we gotta move on to the actual making a sound portion. Take some wax paper, pull it out. You get rid of the cats that are bugging your experiment up. You take your wax paper. Now this is a huge piece of wax paper. If I were to put it on my tube, it would cover my beautiful design and you wouldn't be able to see it, right? So you're gonna wanna take a pair of scissors and cut a little square circle. It's up to you what you wanna cut, but enough that it'll cover the top of your tube, okay? So after you cut your wax paper, you'll put it on the top of the tube, and this is where the elastic band comes in. You'll wrap the elastic band around the top to hold the wax paper on. Now, it looks like this might be able to make a sound as an instrument, as a drum, but we are not going to be making a percussion instrument today. We are going to be making a woodwind instrument, which means we require what? So on a private message, I'd like you to tell me what you think we require for a woodwind instrument, okay? All right, so what do we know about vibration? Well, here's some percussion instruments to figure it out. This is a tambourine, right? When it's still and I'm not shaking it or hitting it, it is not vibrating. When I shake it, see that? So these little metal pieces at the side, when they shake, they cause the vibration. The drum, when I hit it, it causes the skin to vibrate and also the metal side pieces. Another one. Oh gosh. Isn't it like being back in class? Draw something. Oh, wow. This is my bag of instruments. Aha, found it. Okay, here's triangle. If I hit it, it will make a sound because it will vibrate. Ready? Try to not make it turn this time. I don't know if you can see it vibrate, but there we go. Now, if we get back to our kazoo, is there any vibration happening? No. So what do we need to do? We need to do the dangerous part, and we actually have to find something sharp to make some holes. Now, if you are a person that doesn't trust yourself with sharp objects, this is the time where you ask your parents to help you. You could use a scissors, you could use a knife, you could use anything that's pointy and small. So I have here, oh gosh, I have here a really sharp pencil crayon, and I'm gonna use that to make my holes. Now, my wax paper has gotten a little bit too much love from this video, so I'm gonna get a fresh piece. Okay, So we've got our wax paper on. Ta-da! We've got our elastic and we've got our sharp object. So now we are going to poke some holes very carefully. I'm going to start with the perimeter, which all of you math kids know that the perimeter is the outside. Okay, so I added some holes there. And I'm going to do like maybe 3 in the middle. Ta-da! Now, before I show you how to play this, we have a mini science lesson. Yay! So we have to create some vibration. Now, I know that grade 4s, you've learned about sound in science. Grade 5s and 6s, you did when you were in grade 4, so this might be a bit of a review. But when you create sound, sound makes cycles like this, okay? Every up to down, that's called one sound cycle, okay? So this little box here, that's one cycle, okay? The cycles of sounds determine the pitch. So the closer together they are, so if the cycles of sounds are like this versus big cycles like this, it will change the pitch. The closer together the cycles are, the higher the pitch. The further apart the cycles are, the lower the pitch. So the super cool thing about this instrument is you can actually make different sound cycles and different pitches using your voice, because our voice is a really versatile instrument. Now, Miss Copeland's class, you know the answer to this question, but the pitch, so let's say we're talking about A440, which is the pitch that orchestras use to tune, A440. What that means is that A, to make the sound of that pitch, the sound has to go through 440 cycles in 1 second, which is crazy. All right, you stuck to it. You made it all the way through the science lesson, so now I'm gonna show you how to play. When you blow through a kazoo and you just blow, it doesn't make any sound. You actually have to make sound with your voice by vibrating just like a regular kazoo. So, it's very different than if I were to sing much more fun, right? Now go annoy your brothers and sisters and probably parents and neighbors. Have fun.